Hello and welcome back. In the last class, we talked about how to add animations and keyframes within our clips in Live. And in this class, we're going to look at how to add coloration, basic coloration. So we can say coloration, or we can say color correction and color grading. Now, there are a bunch of effects that I used to add to color grade my video clips within Live. I will show you some of them. You can go ahead and play around with them and see how you can use them to enhance your video. So the first thing I need to do, I need to import a video into the timeline that is a bit plain. That's very easy to edit, to add color to it. The one that's a bit plain. Okay, let me see this one. I can just drag and drop this. Okay, so you can see in the video, it's a bit plain. It's practically plain, no color. Okay, so it's a raw footage. So you can see we can carry out our editing here. So there are a number of effects. Like I said, you can always come to effects here and you can see different kind of effects. The first one I used to add is the white balance. You can come over here and you can just search for white balance and you see it over here. White balance LMS, you can just drag and drop it. Once you drop an effect, you'll be able to see it over here. So the first thing is you can manually on your own alter the color temperature from here. You can just select and drag and move, and you can see it's increasing the temperature. Okay, so but what I usually do at default, or you can come down to increase the warmness, or if you go to the right, you can see it's increasing the coldness. But then what I usually do, I usually use the color picker. Okay, and then you can choose a neutral color within the video clip and just hit on it, and it's just going to give you that a little bit of a shift. So you can click and you can select anywhere. Let's say we check this ash color, we can just hit and you can see it just gives it a little bit of a color adjustment. So that's a neutral place. You're free to choose in any place. If you want to choose any other place, you can choose, and it's going to give it that a little bit of touch. And you can vary the temperature sensitivity from here. All right, so you can increase, bringing some coloration to it by sliding down, or you can increase the coldness by going up directly into the so you can see it's now a bit colder. So that is white balance. You can go ahead and play around with it. The next feature or next effect that I usually use is called the Technicolor. You can see it over here, Technicolor. We can just drag and drop it. If you want to drag and drop it, you can drag and drop it. Or for demonstration purpose, let's remove the white balance. And now our video is back to the preview one, the main one, okay, as it was in the beginning. So you can just search for Technicolor. You can see it here, and you can just drag and drop it here. So once you drop, you have these two controls. The blue-yellow axis, you can see even by mere dropping, it has improved the color of the video. So you can just select and you can go ahead and increase, go towards the right, and you're increasing the temperature. You can see it's now a bit better, or you can come down a bit to lower the lightness. Okay, you can just take it up a little bit, and you can see the color is now popping very, very clear. So you can see it's now a bit clearer. So this is the beauty of Technicolor. It's very good, and you can see the before and the after. It's there's a lot of improvement here. So that's the second one. I do have another one, which is the levels. I do add levels. Okay, sometimes I do add levels, and so to add levels, you can remove this if you want, or you can just go ahead and search for it. Levels, and you can see color levels. You can come to this level. This is the one I'm using, so you can just drag and drop. Right now we have two effects. We have the Technicolor, and then we have the levels over here. Okay, so these are levels. This is the different kind of things you can adjust. So let's say at this moment we can kind of disable the Technicolor, and then we can make adjustments to our levels. You can just move across any. So you can see this is making it a bit darker. You can come down a bit, bring it down, and you can see the clarity. It's now a bit clearer. So you can just go ahead, the input white level, you can also adjust. All right, so this gives you more whites. I think I kind of like this one. You can see the before and the after. So you don't have to touch everything, just get the ones that you are interested in, like the gamma. I do touch the gamma sometimes to just give it a boost a little bit in the sharpness. You can see it's now a bit sharper, and it's very, very clear. So depending on you, which of the features you prefer to use, I think I kind of like this one. because it's you can see the before and you can see the after. Everything is now pop and clear. So it's all up to you to choose which one to use. So that's the levels that we've just added. If another one that I do have is the lift gamma gain control or effect. So let's say we search for it over here. So you can come to lift gamma gain. So this one, so you can just drag and drop. Luma lift gamma gain. So you can just drag and drop. So if you like, you can disable the levels over here. You can disable this and you are now back to the normal, except of some little increase. So you can come down here and you can play around with the lift. Okay, so you can see you can play around with the lift over here. It's now a bit too darker, so you can just adjust. And then the gamma, the gain, you can increase also or decrease. Okay, so as you play around with it, you will now be able to, on your own, be able to adjust and see what works best for you, so that you can adjust accordingly. So you can see this one, I think is better. So we can play around with the gamma effect, bring it down. Okay, so you can see now the image is coming out and popping out clearly. You can see it's very, very clear, but then you can adjust the others as well on your own. You can just play around with it. So you can see it's now becoming much more clearer and everything is now better. Okay, so it all boils down to you. But let's add the last one that I used to add. We can close on all of these on our own, and then we can add the last one. The last one I used to add is the lift gamma gain. This one, lift gamma gain. So you can drag and drop it here. All right, so you have these wheels. The one that I used to play around with much is the gamma. So you can just select, drag and move it away towards the yellow color if you want to have more of the yellow, or you can move towards the blue color. Coming down to the white point, I think is good. So you can raise the lightness, you can increase the lightness from here. So this is too high. You can come over here, bring down this lift a little bit. Okay, so you can see the color is now a bit better. So this is now much better. So depending on which one you prefer to use, but I kind of like this one, and I kind of like I love the coloration. Everything is pop and clear. Okay, so it's all boils down to you what effect you want to use. Just master it and then see how you can use it to improve your own coloration within Kederlife. So I think this brings us to the end of this class on how to do color correction and color grading within Kederlife. In the next class, we're going to look at how to add and manage sound within Kederlife. Okay, so until next time, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Bye.